Thank you. Thank you for that. TJ and his feelings. I get it. We're all there at times when we're watching a game. Calm down. It's all right. Make enough plays that it doesn't matter.
Hey, all I know is I got 4 hours to try to put a smile on Kenny's face today. So
Yeah, he's in a mood.
I've been yelled at so many times. You would think we were in a relationship.
Thank you, Kenny. I think I might know part of where that's coming from. We'll get to it.
Mispronounce one name,
Yeah.
you know.
At least some of it we'll get to at 3 o'clock. Rico, I want to start with an open investigation because we've got some reports for the Lions, and I want to know what's real, what's fake, what's serious, and what's playing the game. There's a report that they've met with Anthony Richardson. Jordan Schultz, NFL insider The Score, says that the Lions, among other teams, have had sit-downs and meetings with Anthony Richardson. We have some audio from Dan Campbell. He was on CBS today. He talked about the quarterback position. I do want to play that clip for you. And then I want us to go through, sift through, and try to make sense of what this is. Can we get a little bit of music? Just a little scene setter here. A little open investigation into what's really going on. Rico, we know you don't want Anthony Richardson. Not in Detroit. Somebody else's problem.
Absolutely.
But you want them to play the game. You want them to act like they do want Anthony Richardson and that it is a viable option either at 6 or 18. So I want to know if this is them playing the game or if this is them seriously considering taking a swing at quarterback. Dan Campbell, earlier today, here's the Lions head coach. Rico, your interpretation. And the people as well. 248-539-9797.
He said what he had to say. He said what I expect a real head coach to say. This is our guy, but we're also looking to the future. I laugh because he's not going to be here for the next 10 years, which is true.
Sure.
But, and I'm not comparing the talent, but when you look and see that him and Mahomes are the same age, you know, I'm sure Kansas City fans was like, I sure hope he's here for the next 10 years.
Yep.
Well, he's not going to be here for 10 years. I understand. You're looking around. If you're smart, you're always trying to better your team. The Anthony Richardson thing, this is the ultimate test in this new regime. And what Dan Campbell and Holmes are doing. If you pull off this con, I applaud you. You're better than every other person who sat in your seats. Because I don't think that they were smart enough, the past regimes. This is me giving you an opportunity. Go ahead, interview him, but date him, whatever. Do not fall in love. Do not do this. Do not draft him. Make other teams think you're going to draft him. Absolutely. I'm hesitant because they haven't built enough equity with me to fully buy in and be like, oh, they know what they're doing. But I think I kind of see what they're doing. You're letting people know. It's why I got so angry at Robert Quinn when they had the number 3 pick. And he was just like, Stafford's our guy. And on top of that, we're going to re-sign our backup. You didn't play the game. They're playing the game. And right now, between now and the draft, it's all a den of lies.
Here are the teams that have reportedly met with Richardson. Tell me if something's in common. The Colts, the Panthers, the Falcons, the Raiders, the Ravens, Saints, and Patriots. Throw in the Giants and the Lions as well. Teams that all don't have a long-term guy at quarterback. So they're viewing Colts, Panthers, Falcons, Raiders, Ravens, Saints, Patriots, Giants, Lions.
See, I think the beauty of that is, if I'm correct,
You're looking at the draft order.
most of those teams are behind the Lions.
So Rico's connecting some dots.
That's smart. That is smart.
So
because if those are behind you, ooh, guys, he may go to Detroit. Yeah, play the music. He may go to Detroit. Ring, ring. Hey, it's Vegas. You want to swap picks?
So you don't take this seriously. You think this is them playing the game.
Oh, God, no. If they're serious, then we got major problems here in this city.
So
I'm giving them credit. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt because of how they finished off the season. I'm not going to bury them. I'm ready to praise them, okay? Because I know people think that I hate the Lions. I don't. They've just never given us anything to cheer about until just recently. Mm-hmm. Yes, because all of those teams, except for the Colts, are picking beneath you.
Correct. Yeah, the Colts are the only one in front, and people have already talked about them moving up and taking a QB. There's no secrets.
Right, so this is one where now all of a sudden you got Charlotte looking at, well, we want to move up, and now the Raiders are like, hey, we heard Charlotte was on the phone with you. How about we swap that pick with you, and you could create a bidding war for a person that you never really wanted. Now I'm hoping. That's what real organizations do, Jim. They create fake bidding wars.
The other thing real organizations do is they think long term. Great organizations will do things beyond what wins next season. Mm-hmm. So that's the other thing you have to juggle here is the Lions. I'll read all the way into everything Dan Campbell said. He said Goff did a heck of a job. He's been through the ringer. He's our guy. We can win with Jared Goff. He also said he bought us time. That doesn't sound like a guy that you're all in with.
You're not hitching your wagon to him.
He says he's not a rookie.
He's not.
Okay, he's not going to be here for 10 years. Certainly our eyes are on potentially a quarterback. What a phrase that is. Certainly potentially. And we kick it around all the time. The Chiefs stashed a QB. The Eagles stashed a QB. They both took guys when they already had a guy, and it wasn't going to help them immediately. It was a waste of a pick, I'm sure, in the eyes of their fan base at the time, but they considered it because it's the most important position on the field. So I do think they're taking this seriously. Now, they may end up evaluating Richardson and say what you say, too raw, not worth it. But I do think they're seriously considering drafting him right now.
This is where you NFL people just kill me because you take facts when it works for you and you say this. But when it doesn't work for you, you just ignore them. Oh, no, these teams stash a pick. But then when I say running, no, you don't win with running backs. Nobody takes quarterbacks in the first round and stashes them anymore.
Packers did it. Ravens did it. Chiefs did it.
The Packers did that out of spite.
Your Niners did it.
Packers did that out of spite. Okay? That was to show Aaron Rodgers. Come on. Love. The Packers don't want love. You know that. They don't.
Well, they did it twice. They did it with Rodgers and Love.
The Niners took Lance, but Lance couldn't win the job.
They still did it. Teams do it. Teams do it, and good teams do it. Well-respected organizations.
The Niners took Lance in hoping that Lance would take the job. He just couldn't win the job.
But Rico, think about the teams I mentioned. Would you consider these to be some of the better-run teams? Your Niners I consider to be well-run. The Ravens are well-run. The Packers, been a thorn in our side, have been well-run. The Chiefs, the Eagles, and Howie Roseman. These are some of the smartest teams in the sport.
But once again, Eagles, second-round pick.
Okay.
He wasn't the second pick overall.
Correct.
He was a second-round pick. If you tell me that the Lions take somebody in later rounds, then, Jim, I'm all for what you're saying. If you take somebody, especially with pick number 6, that person's playing.
I think they're considering it. I think it's real. And maybe that's good that I think it's real because then in your mind, other teams will think it's real. We're both right. I want to hear from people, though. When you hear the quote and you see the reports.
We got two different things out there.
Yeah.
One, taking Anthony Richardson with number 6 pick, if they actually said he's coming here, you've lost all trust with me, and this better work. Because you don't draft a QB that everybody says immediately, well, he's going to take some years to actually get there. Then, no. You pass.
Hold on. Josh Allen took a couple years. It's well documented that
he has to take a couple years just to become average. Josh Allen took a couple years to become Josh Allen. This guy is horrible. Okay, I don't know how else to put this. He's horrible. Yes. Did you see when he played up against Tennessee? Yeah, I did. Did you see when he played about other 9 to 10
Rico,
games?
It's not about what you do in college. It's what they think you can do in the NFL. We've seen it work the other way, where guys are great college players, and they have all the best highlights and all the best tape, and they win all the games, and they're Tim Tebow, and they don't make it.
Was he here or was Mike here when we went over the Richardson and his completion ratio?
You showed me the very nice color-coded chart and graph that you had access to.
A 10-yard pass. Yeah. He ranks the worst out of everybody in this draft.
I'm not asking you if you like him, and I'm not trying to tell you that I like him. I'm asking you, do the Lions take it seriously or not?
Play the game, but you better not be serious.
Okay.
It's one of those, you know what? Don't bring that girl to my house. You can do whatever you want.
What you do. And
do not bring, not to the house.
At least brought him in for an interview. And you heard what Campbell said. We'll reset it for people. I want to knock out some phone calls, some ticket
text.
Make
the Raiders, make the Panthers think that you're interested. Make all these other teams beneath you. If you have to, they trade up, you get some extra picks. But don't take them.
Are they just playing the game, or are they serious? It's 97.1